designers! In this video, I'll show you how to create a viral collage-style video in After Effects quickly and easily. To start, I'll be using 15 pictures for this project, and I've already numbered them in the order they'll appear. Before we jump into After Effects, we need to prep these pictures in Photoshop. Here's the first picture. We need to isolate specific elements. Let's select the man on the right with the laptop. Use the selection tool or any tool you're comfortable with to select both the laptop and the man. Once selected, cut this layer and leave only this part visible. Hide the rest of the layer and save this as a PNG. Now, go back, save this version as a separate file too. Next, open the third picture. Start by selecting the painting. Cut it out and save it as 2.1 since it will appear first in the sequence. Then, select the man and the couch, cut them out, and save this as 2.2. Finally, save the remaining part of the image as 2.3. Naming your files accurately is crucial as it helps keep your workflow organized and makes things easier later on. For the next picture, I'll start by selecting the chair. Use your selection tool to cut it out and save it as 3.1. Once that's done, hide the chair layer and save the rest of the picture as 3.2. I'll select this area with the text saying "I love my job." Cut it out and save it as 4.1. Next, isolate the lamp, cut it, and save it as 4.2. Let's divide this picture into two more sections. First, select the top area of the picture, cut it, and save it as 4.3. Then, for the bottom area, cut it and save it as 4.4. In the following picture, I'll start by selecting the boy with the camera, then the laptop along with the table. Cut both elements one by one. First, save the table as 5.1. Then save the boy as 5.2. Finally, save the remaining part of the image as 5.3. For the next picture, let's isolate the sofa. Cut it out and save it as 6.1. Then save the rest of the picture as 6.2. I'll begin by selecting the boy sitting. Cut him out and save it as 7.1. Let's start by selecting the boy standing. Cut him out and save the layer as 7.2. Next, isolate the table area, cut it, and save it as 7.3. Finally, save the remaining part of the picture as 7.4. Now moving to the next image, I'll begin by selecting the text that says work. Cut it and save it as 8.1. You can make as many cuts or crops as you want for this picture and save each section separately. Next, I'll select the door area, cut it out, and save it as 8.3. Finally, select the remaining part of the image and save it as 8.2. In the next picture, let's start by selecting the man standing. Then, I'll select the table and laptop area. Cut it out, and let's organize the files properly. First, save the table area as 9.1. Then save the standing man as 9.2. Finally, select the remaining top part of the picture and save it as 9.3. Next up, let's work with the balls in this image. Select and cut them, saving the layer as 10.1. Now, isolate the area outside of table. Cut this section and save it. Save it as 10.2. And then save the remaining part of the image as 10.3. Let's move on to the next picture. First, select the table and the laptop. Cut them out and save the layer as 11.1. Then save the rest of the picture as 11.2. Now, for the next image, select the three balls. Cut them and save this layer as 12.1. Next, isolate the top area, cut it out, and save it as 12.2. Finally, select the remaining part of the image and save it as 12.3. In this image, start by selecting all the main areas. Cut them and save this as 13.1. Then, isolate the top area, cut it, and save it as 13.2. Lastly, save the remaining part of the picture as 13.3. Now we're at the last image. First, select the book, cut it out, and save it as 14.1. Finally, select the rest of the area and save it as 14.2. Perfect. All of our images are now prepped and ready to be used in After Effects. Now let's open After Effects to start bringing everything together. Before we create a new composition, we'll begin by importing one of the pictures. Let's start with the first one. Drag and drop it onto the timeline to create a new composition. This way, the composition will automatically be the same size as the image. Import all the other pictures. Drag and drop them onto the timeline. It's important to ensure that the sequence of the layers is correct. For example, the order should be 1.1, then 1.2, then 1.3, and so on. If the sequence is out of order, you won't achieve the desired results. Now, before we move on to offsetting the layers, let's talk about sequencing them with equal gaps. Manually sequencing layers with a gap of 10 or 12 frames for each can be quite time-consuming, so we're going to use a script to speed up the process. To create the script, open Notepad or any text editor. I'll provide you with the script in the comments section. Copy it and paste it into Notepad. Then, go to File Save As and save the file with a name, for instance, A, followed by .jsx. Once the script is saved, go back to After Effects. Select the bottom layer, hold down the Shift key, and select the top layer to highlight all the layers. Next, go to File Scripts, run Script File. Locate the script you just saved, select it, and click Open. Boom! The script will automatically sequence your layers with a 12-frame gap, or whatever gap you've set. The layers are now perfectly aligned. Let's preview the animation to see how it looks. And that's it. You're done. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to Ace Designs for more amazing tutorials and creative content.